For the St. Louis Ambush, out this evening is Clayton Matthias. For the Kansas City Comets, out this evening is Tanner Hunyak, Stefan Stokic, and goalkeeper Jeff Ritchie. That's your injury report brought to you by Select Physical Therapy. As we just mentioned, the silent auction we had for Cars for Heroes on our Military Appreciation Night, we're doing the same thing tonight, our special pink jersey evening. The players will be wearing pink jerseys. We're going to auction them off through silent auction, going on behind section 107. All proceeds benefit the Allie Kemp Endowment Foundation, which provides hands-on self-defense training classes for women of all ages. This very special jersey auction will close at the end of the third period, so get your bids in soon. Again, that's behind section 107 to place bids on our special pink jerseys we're wearing tonight. Comets fans, welcome to another exciting evening of Hot Winter Nights. It's our annual pink game, and our players will be wearing special jerseys. Will be auctioned off, we just mentioned, through the silent auction, with proceeds benefiting the Allie Kemp Educational Foundation. On the field, the Comets have some business to take care of this evening as they attempt to make the playoffs for the 8th straight season. Standing in the Comets' way is tonight's opponent, the St. Louis Ambush. Let's show our visitors from the other side of the state just how loud this arena can get. Come on, Comets fans, let them hear ya! Now let's meet tonight's opponents, the St. Louis Ambush. Number 2, midfielder, Cody Kostakis. Number 3, defender, Robert Acosta. Number 4, midfielder, Corey Adamson. Number 10, midfielder, Lucas Almeida. Number 11, defender, Richard Schmermond. Number 13, defender, Axel Duarte. Number 15, defender, Rafael Nascimento. Number 17, goalkeeper, Paulo Nascimento. Number 20, forward, James Thomas. Number 25, defender, Dylan Hundelt. Number 26, forward, Daniel Burko. Number 33, defender, Joao Pepe. Number 79, forward, Everton. Number 80, defender, Pablo da Silva. And number 92, forward, Gerger Gibson. Head coach of the St. Louis Ambush is Jamie Swanner. The St. Louis Ambush. Put your hands together for the Comets Girls, presented by Expressions Dance Studio. Let's meet your 2018 Kansas City Comets. From Santiago, Chile, number 7, defender Alvaro Beltran. From Belgrade, Serbia, number 8, midfielder Milan Ivanovic. From Trinidad and Tobago, number 11, forward Kyle Williams. From Kingston, Jamaica, number 12, forward O'Dane Sinclair. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 17, defender Carlos Trombini. From Lee Summit, Missouri, number 18, defender Cody Hoffman. From Kansas City, Missouri, number 21, midfielder Pat Kelly. From Santiago, Chile, number 23, midfielder Nacho Flores. And from Kearney, Missouri, number 26, forward Adam James. And now, Comets fans, it's time for tonight's starters. From Monrovia, Liberia, number 3, defender James Taugba. From Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico, number 6, midfielder Guerrero Pino. From San Jose, Costa Rica, number 9, midfielder and team captain Brian Perez. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, number 10, midfielder Lucas Rodriguez. From Monrovia, Liberia, number 14, forward Leo Gibson.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome inside Silverstein Ice Center's arena, where the Comets and the St. Louis Ambush will renew their I-70 series. The Comets will be going for the season sweep. Alongside Jeff Houston, I'm Nick Vassos, and once again, Jeff, the Comets are going to have some inexperience in goal. A new player in goalkeeper tonight, right? Yeah, kind of a unique situation. Jeff Ritchie was unable to play tonight because of illness. Casey was already on excused absence, so some moving and dealing, and we've got Mark Saxby here to play tonight. Yeah, local product from Olathe, so we'll look forward to watching him play. One player who is experienced and who has just been playing great, and that is the league's third leading scorer, the great Leo Gibson. He just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he? I mean, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He never quits running.
He had 4 goals last week, and it wasn't just the goals that he scored, it was the way that he scored them and the way that he just willed it to come. After Everton scored to tie the game up late in St. Louis, you could feel the momentum had shifted away from us. And Leo fights off 4 different players and just pokes one right in the corner like it's no big deal for the game winner. And obviously earned Team of the Week honors for it.
Yeah, just amazing. The season has not gone the way that St. Louis had expected it to go, but Everton, their head coach, has done a lot this year to change the culture in St. Louis, hasn't he?
Oh yes, he came with a brand new winning attitude. He's got that winning experience from the teams he's played on in the past, and you can just see it on their sidelines. Even the games they don't come out on the winning side of, they are right there in it. I mean, we're witness to it 3 times this year. They're just right in the game, and their 2 wins were really impressive wins. So they're not the knockover that they have been in years past.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Jeff. So it's the I-70 series between Kansas City and St. Louis once again, and tonight is the annual Pink Game. We'll have more on that coming up. Comets and Ambush here from Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Glad you're with us.
In June of 2002, Roger's daughter Allie was senselessly murdered at a neighborhood pool in Leawood, Kansas. Soon after Allie's tragic death, Roger made it his mission to educate women of all ages about the importance of personal safety through hands-on self-defense. Such training provides safety awareness that every woman needs and deserves. Today, the Comets players are wearing special pink jerseys in support of Roger and his foundation. You can bid on these special jerseys until the end of the third.
Tonight's match. All proceeds from the silent auction benefit the Allie Kemp Educational Foundation. The silent auction is located behind section 107. Whenever you're ready, Roger, go ahead and kick us off. Thank you very much. So a big hand for Roger.
There's Roger Kemp, father of Allie Kemp, who was tragically murdered years ago, and that's really been the inspiration of why the Comets are wearing these pink jerseys here tonight. It's the annual Pink Out game here tonight, and this is to benefit the Allie Kemp Educational Foundation, otherwise known as Take Defense, which teaches self-defense training courses, classes to girls and women of all ages at either low or no cost. Also equips women with the resources that they need to feel safe. So the Comets, once again this year, wearing those special pink jerseys, and during the game, people that are here will be able to bid on those jerseys, and any money that is gained from the sale of those jerseys will go back to the Allie Kemp Foundation. Great to have you here on MASL TV. It's the I-70 series renewed once again. Great to be partnered with former player and coach Doug McClagan. My name is Nick Vassos. Brad Zimmerman is our director, and Jeff Houston is at our broadcast position here tonight. Doug, great to see you again. Thanks for being here. It's the Comets and St. Louis Ambush. These teams are not where they wanted to be in terms of their records right now, but it's St. Louis and Kansas City. That still means something, doesn't it?
It means a lot, yeah. The records are not fantastic right now, but it's St. Louis against Kansas City, and that rivalry was just fantastic. So, yeah, we'll see a fight and a battle tonight, yeah, there's no question about it.
One thing that we have seen, and that is a lot of goalkeepers roll through Kansas City. But first we do that, let's talk about Leo Gibson here, who is going to get the start tonight. Leo Gibson has just been amazing over the last few games. I think he's got 10 points in his last handful of games now. He just continues to be a scoring machine.
Yeah, very experienced player, and if you want something done in a quick time, then this is your man to do it. You put him up front, he'll score goals. You put him at the back, he'll stop goals. He's fantastic, and he's been around for a while too. Very experienced.
Leo Gibson is the player of the week. Now let's talk about Kansas City's goalkeeper position. Once again, they are going to start a new goalkeeper. This will be the 4th new keeper that Kansas City has started this year, and his name is Mark Zaxby, and he is a local product. He's from Overland Park, Kansas, and he was just signed earlier this week. So, Doug, if you're Coach Kim Runfed, what is your message to Mark Zaxby tonight?
Well, he'll have a few messages. Probably the first one is probably just relax and have fun with it. It's going to be a little stressful for him, I guarantee
Yeah.
you that. But he's just going to relax and just play the game that he knows he can play. I mean, he played at Benedictine for 4 years, so he's a goalkeeper. He knows how to play it. Relax and have fun, and hopefully everything will go your way.
29-6-1 record at Benedictine. He's had 9 shutouts. But, Doug, as you know, being a coach yourself for the outdoor game, outdoor keeping, indoor keeping, quite a bit different. And there's the first test there by Everton. And a save there made by Zaxby.
Yeah, it's incredibly different. I mean, you've got walls in here. That's your major problem. And the shots can come from 3 yards out, 2 yards out. And, yeah, you're under a lot of pressure in goal in indoor.
Schmerman with a drive there that was blocked by Pino. The Comets push the ball out. There's Dylan Hundelt with a pass over to Pablo on the far side. So the ambush operating on the half line, and we're just underway here in the first quarter. The starters for St. Louis, Paulo Nascimento, Robert Acosta, Pablo De Silva, Dylan Hundelt, Lucas Almeida, and Everton. For Kansas City, as we mentioned, Mark Zaxby in goal, Guerrero Pino, James Togba, Brian Perez, Lucas Rodriguez, and Leo Gibson. First changes, and there's a rebound shot and a goal by St. Louis. And there on the goal, it is Rafael Nascimento who gets the goal there. And St. Louis is out to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, some loose marking at the far post here, and goalkeeper stood no chance. In fact, it's a ricochet, kind of a fluky goal. Definitely not Saxby's fault, but some loose marking at the far post, and a fairly easy goal for St. Louis there.
Nobody followed him as he came in, and as you can see the goal there, Nascimento picking up the goal. And for Rafael Nascimento, that is his 3rd goal, and this is his 7th game. So 3 goals for Nascimento, Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, no surprise, because I think in most of the games this year, the Comets have trailed against St. Louis. So we've been here before, so here we go again.
Great point, Doug. You're absolutely right. The Comets have all of their wins have come from behind wins. They've usually been kind of shocked into the game, so to speak here. They kind of like a wake-up call, you know what I mean, with the goals early on.
I think the first time they were down 6-0 and came back and won. So nothing to panic about right now, but obviously they didn't want to start that way for sure.
There's O'Dane Sinclair, who spent some time playing for the ambush. And Sinclair's got it, pushes forward. Daniel Burko there in his hip pocket. Sinclair puts on the brakes across the St. Louis yellow line. Front and center to Nacho. Over to Lucas and then down to the corner to Adam James. The Kearney, Missouri native front and center to Nacho. Comets working around the perimeter with some crisp passing here. 12.5 to play in the first. Kyle Williams has got it now for the Comets. You'll remember that Kyle Williams got 5 goals against St. Louis earlier this year. And it's worth mentioning again that the Comets are 3-0 against St. Louis this year. This is the 4th and final game between these two teams. As the Comets wear their pink jerseys here. Lucas Rodriguez on the right wing. Over to Leo Gibson. Gibson. Now back to Pino. Pino over to Leo. Leo, skip pass into the corner to Perez. Getting it through, shot, and save is made by Paulo. Couldn't tell who was in there. Maybe that was Nacho who was in there. No, that was Alvaro Pino, who was in there on the shot. I'm sorry, Alvaro Beltran. Getting Guerrero and Beltran mixed up there, sorry. But Beltran stays on. Score remains 1-0.
Comets have started off quite well with the ball. They've been knocking around 1-2 touch passes. Oh, there's the goalkeeper. Welcome to indoor soccer right there.
Oh. And Zaxby got clipped by Axel Duarte as they were chasing the ball. Here it is again. Take a look at it, Doug.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional by any means, but it's good goalkeeping, brave goalkeeping. Yeah, he just jumped and he absolutely clipped his forehead, I think, there, but he'll be fine.
Zaxby making his indoor debut here with the Comets. And Zaxby.
Not exactly sure what that call is, but he's pointing at the line as
if you cross the line, you can throw the ball from inside the area.
That's what I thought, but he was indicating you crossed the line and that's illegal, and I guess he should know, he's the referee.
All right.
Not completely aware myself there of that, but maybe we'll ask about that and find out a little bit more detail on that one.
All right. Here's Everton. Everton shoots, and the Walls blocks it. Rebound in there, deflected wide. Comets trying to dig it out of the corner along with St. Louis. Pepe is there, back to Duarte. Now front and center. Long drive through the middle, deflected by Everton, just wide. Pepe there with the ball, once again able to weave his way around a trio of jerseys, and a foul is called on Perez, who pushed Pepe down to the ground. Pepe did not like that one bit.
Yeah, silly little foul, but again, it's just a little nudge foul. I don't know why the guys are arguing with each other.
Does that go along the lines? It's like a professional foul, Doug?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. But it's, I mean, if you're worried about that one, there's going to be way worse later on, I guarantee you.
Under 11 to play in the first. Doug McClagan, Nick Vassos. Great to have you here on MASL TV at St. Louis and Kansas City, the fourth and final time. We do have one positive stat for you here, and this, of course, comes from the professor of indoor here in our area, Brian Holland from Hot Winter Nights. Did you know that the Comets are perfect? They are undefeated when wearing those pink jerseys since the Comets have recently come back.
I did not know that. Maybe they should have been wearing them all season then.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know. Could you watch them all year wearing pink? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, we could have used them the last home game against Cedar Rapids. Boy, that would have been a big win.
Yes, that would have been.
But Comets go out on the road. They get a win last weekend in St. Louis, a 7-6 win. They're still 2 games behind Cedar Rapids, and while the Comets are not officially eliminated, it's still quite a stretch for them to think about any kind of playoffs.
It is a stretch, but Cedar Rapids have got some very tough games to play.
Agreed.
So, you get on a run and anything can happen.
That is for sure.
Of course, that needs to start tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the Comets will need to do something that they haven't done all season long, Doug, and that is put together a winning streak. They've won 2 in a row, but they haven't won 3 straight.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that if they want to make the playoffs. And you know what? If you do that and you get into the playoffs, you're on a run. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
Absolutely. I mean, that's like house money you're dealing with right there.
Exactly.
You just play free and, loose and just let it fly, There's nothing better than playing that way,
Absolutely.
St. Louis trying to get it out of their side of the field. Kansas City trying to hold it in. There's Dylan Hundelt, son of Kevin Hundelt. Jer Gibson now down the line, shoots, and he rolls it in. Jer with some juju for St. Lou. It's 2-0.
Wow, that was a great finish, and just used his strength to hold off the defender there. It was very strong play to hold him off, and then great finish, just poked it away.
Oh, nice touch with the left foot there.
Nothing Zach Spee could do. That's the second goal, and he's had no chance on both of them. Great finish. Excellent finish. A way to be strong on the ball.
Well, for Jer Gibson, that is his 10th on the year. His 10th goal on the year for Jer Gibson, who hails from the same country as Leo Gibson does. He's from the capital city of Liberia, Monrovia. So you've actually got 3 players on the field tonight who are all from Monrovia, Liberia. Of course, the great Leo Gibson, James Togba of the Comets, and now Jer Gibson. 9 minutes to play in the first. 2-0 St. Louis. The Comets find themselves down in an early hole once again. Still a long way to go and a good crowd here tonight at Silverstein. Comets play it deep into St. Louis territory. Ambush kick it away. Sinclair. Front and center to Rodriguez. A strong pass into Flores, and Flores with a quick restart.
St. Louis foul number 13.
Now he'll ask the referee to mark off the distance. Flores to Gibson. Gibson rolls it in, and Paulo ranges to his right to scoop it up for the ambush.
That was a good effort by Leo, but the ball to him was still bouncing, so it was a hard ball to strike for him. He just couldn't get enough power on it.
Yeah, that's really difficult to gauge something like that when it's bouncing. Of course, it looks so simple from up here, but down there on the field, things are moving so fast. as Sinclair gets it over to Gibson. He hits it again from the right side, and Paulo makes the save. Comets are without one player tonight, and that is Andre Braithwaite. Last weekend in St. Louis, Andre going for a ball, as well as Paulo. They were both converging on a ball, and when they met, Andre's elbow got up and made contact with Paulo, hit him in the face, basically. His elbow hit him in the face and cut his lip a little bit, and as a result, the league handed down a 3-game suspension to Andre Braithwaite. And so Andre is unavailable tonight. The Comets have appealed that suspension, hoping to get it reduced by a number of games. We don't know if the league has responded to the Comets' challenge on the 3-game suspension. We'll have to wait and see here.
Yeah, 3 games just seems, just to me, because I saw the video, it seems a little harsh. His elbow did catch him. And I can understand why they would give him a red card because of the elbow to the face.
Right.
But I don't think it was intentional. And the other thing I noticed, that the goalkeeper, the height of the goalkeeper's head was very low. And I just think he kind of ran into the elbow, and it really wasn't Braithwaite moving the elbow to the goalkeeper. And so I understand the safety of giving a red, but I'm not so sure about the 3-game. And,
Doug, we know that Andre, I don't think there's any other way to put it, Doug. I mean, he's on a short leash, given his background. As much as he wants to forget it, he has to live with it, and that's gonna follow him.
Yeah, he's got to be watched. I mean, obviously, what happened in the past against Baltimore, that history is going to follow him, and they may be looking at him a little differently than other players because of that past. And he's owned up to it. He's apologized for it, and he probably understands that. Yeah, it's not completely fair, but it's going to happen.
Adam James with a really good move there in towards the goal. And Paulo ends up with the ball. One more point about that, Doug, and that is, if you watch Andre in the games that he's played this year, he is getting viciously hammered every single game, and he's not getting any calls. So he's not getting a lot of calls when he's out there playing.
No, he's not. And if you look at him, he's a big boy, and he's a big, strong boy. I think referees just think, well, he's big and strong, he can handle it. But, whether it's a foul on a big guy or a small guy, a foul's a foul. And, yeah, he has taken a hammering all year, absolutely. And he's taken it well, too.
Yeah, he's maintained his poise through all of that, and that's got to be really hard for a player.
Yeah, when you're getting kicked that much, absolutely it is, yeah.
That's the voice of Doug McClagan. I'm Nick Vassos. Comets and Ambush here, meeting for the 4th time. Lucas Almeida, front and center, shoots above the crossbar. Rebound comes down. Comets trying to settle it for their keeper, still loose out front. Loose out front, shot blocked by Togba. Togba shaking up on the play. Comets trying to get it out of their last third. Togba's up on his feet, but he is ailing. Here's Perez. I think Togba may have taken one to the family jewels. Meanwhile, at the other end, it's Thomas. Thomas inside the Comet yellow line. Boy, Togba is ailing.
He is. I wasn't going to say the family jewels, but I was going to say the groin area. But, yeah, I think you painted a really good picture there, Nick.
Poor guy. Daniel Burko front and center. Now he's got it deep in the right wing corner. Sliding in there is Nacho sacrificing his body. And out with it comes Sinclair. Sinclair racing down the left side. Sinclair goes down in a heap. No call. And the Ambush take over.
It was a big, strong run by Sinclair. Unfortunately, he didn't have anybody with him. Leo was trying to get up there, but I think he's been on a long shift and didn't quite have the legs to get up to support. So Sinclair was on his own, unfortunately.
The Ambush with 2 early goals, one by Rafael Nascimento, the other by Jerjer Gibson. 2-0 St. Louis. Comets 5-11 on the year. St. Louis 2-15. Timeout on the field. 3:45 left to play in the first. St. Louis 2, Kansas City 0.
Game this season, the Comets and Dominoes are recognized veterans for their service. Tonight we welcome Paul Mims to the Dominoes Defender Suite. Paul entered service in the U.S. Navy May 16, 1966. and served aboard the USS Luzerne County LST 902 during a combat tour in Vietnam in 1968. While serving in Vietnam, he experienced an eye injury that eventually led to total blindness. In addition to working for the Department of Veteran Affairs for 17 years, he has been continually active in efforts to make lives better for people who are blind and is currently the National Vice President for the Blinded Veterans Association. Paul is active and serves in several local organizations supporting blind citizens and is active in his church. Comets fans, just above section 118, let's give Mr. Mims a big round of applause to show our appreciation for his service, and a big thank you to Domino's of Kansas City for helping to honor these very worthy veterans all season long. Select Physical Therapy is the official training, physical therapy, and sports performance partner of the Comets. When daily life is altered due to injury, accident, or chronic medical condition, Select Physical Therapy can help get you back to the activities you enjoy. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to find a location near you. A reminder that when the Comets win, you win, thanks to our good friends.
And we're back live inside Silverstein Ice Center's arena as we took a look there at Adam James, and there's the Comets' new starting keeper, Mark Zaxby. You know what? The new guy there, he's done okay. I mean, he's had a couple challenges here, but, positive attitude. Looks like he's hanging in there.
He's done okay. He's just unfortunately had two opportunities that he was never going to save, and now we're down 2-0. But he's made a couple good saves. I'm sure his nerves have calmed down a little bit now, and he'll probably get better as the game goes on, I'm sure.
Comets need some possession here. Boy, St. Louis seems like they've had the ball the whole first quarter.
Yeah, and there's some little mistakes occurring on defense that are creating opportunities for St. Louis, and they've got to cut down on those small little mistakes, and like you say, they need to own the ball and knock it around. They did the first shift they had, they were pinging it around 1-2 touch, and we've not seen that really since. Maybe we can see it here. That's a great ball.
Ooh, great ball forward to Kyle. Coming off his line, Paulo breaks it up for the ambush. Now loose ball shot by Adam James, and that one directed wide by Paulo. Shaking a player on the field, and it's Richard Schmerman. Richard Schmerman, the St. Louis native, playing in his 14th game this season. 2 goals, 2 assists, 6 blocks. Known by his teammates as the Schmerminator. Here's another replay of it.
For the absolute lowest prices on furniture and bedding.
Yeah, he might have landed a little awkward. That's a great strike by James, though.
He's been Adam James has been the bright spot early on. He's had a couple of good chances, and
yeah, the great thing about him, because I've known him for quite a while, he just works so hard, and he's probably a pain in the rear end to mark because he's just non-stop. And just right there, I mean, most players might have backed out of that challenge, not Adam James. He went through it, won it, and got a great opportunity, great shot on goal.
Not surprised to you to see him adapt to the game so well?
Not a surprise at all. And like we were saying earlier, he's played lots of indoor growing up, and like his work ethic is just unbelievable. And you know, in here, with that work ethic, you can create mistakes, and with that, create chances. And I'm sure he's been doing that since he's been playing with us.
Adam James from Kearney, Missouri. He made his debut back on January 13th against Harrisburg here at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena. Got his first goal on the 20th at Florida. And he picked up his first assist the night before in Baltimore on the 19th. Here, the Comets trail 2-0 against the Ambush. Comets trying to go for the season sweep here over St. Louis, their I-70 rivals, and pick up their 6th win on the year. Here's Paulo Nascimento. Near side, it comes to Robert Acosta, then down to Dylan Hundelt. Yeah, the familiar name Hundelt. Kevin Hundelt's son, into the left wing corner, off the boards and into the arms of Zaxby. Zaxby unloads it out to Nacho Flores. Flores touches it back there. Zaxby with some good footwork there, right back to Nacho. Comets across the line. Nacho shoots. That one tailing away, hits the dasher boards. Comets will hang on. Hey, Zaxby, not bad with his feet, Doug.
I was just going to say, they've been real close passes. They've been a little scary, but both of them have got exactly where he wanted them to be. He looks comfortable on the ball.
That line drive there hits Hundelt. And the 50-50 ball fought for Gerger. And the white dome of his, he's cut. tree and a foul called on the Comets. 1 to play in the first. 2-0 Ambush over the Comets.
I don't know what the foul count is right now, but I don't know if we've got a foul yet. It seems like every foul is going to St. Louis. I don't know if that's an indication that we're fouling a lot or some questionable refereeing. I'm not sure.
Coach Kim Runfed over the dasher boards as play unfolds here at Silverstein. Rocket looking over the boys. Kansas City trying to get it out of their last third. Nacho with a touch on it. Now Pat Kelly. Thomas is in the area for the ambush. Thomas shoots and Thomas hits it home. James Thomas from Doncaster, England. JT has done it for the ambush. 3-0.
And again, just a little mistake there. Comets were trying to get possession, like you said, and they just couldn't keep it there. And then it pokes out here, and it pokes out again, and then a good finish by 20. But just a couple silly little errors there, and they've paid for it again.
Well, for Thomas, that is his 4th goal in 4 games. He played just down the road, made 68 appearances at Missouri State University. So you got to think somebody was scouting him down there, huh?
I would think so, yeah.
Here's O'Dane Sinclair. His 3rd. On over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays it up to the half line. Pablo with a touch. Now Perez plays it forward to Gibson, but a little bit too strong. And that'll roll all the way down to Pablo. 38 seconds left to play in the first.
I think, like you mentioned earlier, Nick, is it's the possession that's killing them right now. And every time we do get the ball, it's not clean. It's bouncing all there, and it's hard to control. I think they've just got to get that ball and get a hold of it so they can play a little bit here.
So Pino down to the corner to Gibson. Gibson, the league's leading scorer. Over the area and then down on the field. A foul called on St. Louis. Looks like Rodriguez may have taken something to the grill.
St. Louis foul on number 11, Schmerman, his first of the half.
It looks like he's maybe got an elbow or ran into an elbow. I don't know.
Now, Lucas is one of the Comets' more diminutive players, and Schmerman's kind of tall. Here it is again. Well,
didn't look anything bad.
Yeah, nothing nefarious, shall we say, or sinister with that one.
Yeah.
But the Comets will get a restart here.
Yeah, we got a timeout too, so here's an opportunity with 10 seconds left to maybe get on board here.
All right, tonight's game is brought to you by Domino's. Get a large 3-top and carry-out pizza from Domino's every day for just $7.99. You can now earn Domino's reward points online, in person, or over the phone. Domino's, the official pizza partner and title sponsor of the Kansas City Comets. Also by North Kansas City Hospital, the exclusive medical provider of the Comets. From minor injuries to serious trauma or illness, their team of medical specialists is handle all of your healthcare needs. Stay at the top of your game with North Kansas City Hospital. Comets have been okay this year on restarts. Doug, what do you think the key is to restarts here? Is it deception? Is it quick, crisp passing? What do you think is the best effective way?
It's a bit of all of them. You've got to have people around the ball, and that's all of them, assuming the ball's coming to them for a shot. And so you've got 4 people dangerous, so therefore the defenders don't know which one they're going to go to. And then it's up to the guy on the ball to pick the best option. And you got Lucas on the ball here. Your best option you'd think would be Leo here because he's in a pretty good position there. Ball's played correct. But you also have threatening. Is that Trombini on the right side too? So as long as they're all threatening, St. Louis is not going to know where it's coming from.
Leo's got it. He shoots, and that was blocked by either Pop or Hundelt, and then kicked out of bounds by St. Louis. The Comets will get it here with 5.6 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. The Comets trail 3-0. Boy, if they could get something here in the final seconds, boy, that would be a huge boost to the second.
Absolutely. They need it. They really do.
Across the area, looking for Leo. Thrown back into the area again. That's going to do it. The horn sounds, and St. Louis defense holds up. And boy, they are happy about keeping the Comets out of the goal there. So after the first 15 minutes, St. Louis comes out and scores 3 goals on the road over Kansas City, and they lead it 3-0. You're watching MASL TV.
Like this. Alexa, ask Domino's to place my easy order.
Ordering Domino's.
Life moves pretty fast. If you can't track your pizza, you could miss it.
Order 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each and track them on your favorite device.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field the Comets Girls, presented by Expressions Dance Studio. Put your hands together one more time for the Comets Girls.
Question, Doug. Great to be partnered tonight with Doug McClagan. I'm Nick Vassos. Brad Zimmerman, our director, and Jeff Houston is also helping us out here in our broadcast position at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. The Comets trail the St. Louis Ambush 3-0. And Doug and I were just talking about some of the players, and we were talking about the rest of the year for the Comets. Comets have 2 home games left. Next weekend, they'll be here at Silverstein for a 1 o'clock game, an unusual game against Harrisburg. And then they go out on the road. They go to Sonora on February 24th, and that's when the Comets will take on Frank Taillou, King Taillou, and the Sonora del Sols. He's the leading goal scorer in the league, Doug. And you're asking me, like, is he the Preki or is he the Jan Goosens? And I'm not sure how you would characterize Frank Taillou. He's just a pure goal scorer, and he plays on a field down in Sonora that is, it seems like it's half the size of the field here at Silverstein. It's a very small field.
Wow, yeah.
But he's very good indoor player, very good. He and Ian Bennett of the Milwaukee Wave, who you know of, they're both right up there, tied at the top, or close to being tied at the top of the league. And that guy right there, Leo Gibson, is third. The great Leo Gibson.
The great Leo Gibson, that's right.
We're going to need some greatness out of Leo here in the second quarter to get back in this game.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to say that. We need a little greatness.
Still a lot of time to go to chip away at this lead. Both teams switch ends. And the Ambush, again with a record of 2-15. Work it up towards the half line. Daniel Burko still with the ball. Plays forward down to Robert Acosta. Acosta still dealing with it. Burko goes down. The ball ends up, and a foul has ended up being called against Kansas City.
I think he's called a pass back.
Oh, they pass
there.
back. That's right, pass back. Thank you, Doug.
I don't know if that was intentional pass back, but It was a pass back, that is for sure. So now we got St. Louis on a set piece here. See what they've got to offer.
Wow. Something small like that. Hope it doesn't turn into Pablo.
Time, yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll take a timeout.
Oh, how about that? Early timeout
It
for them,
is.
huh?
Back to the drawing board for St. Louis, if they can come up with a fancy play to go up 4.
That's interesting there. Jamie Swanner and Everton calling timeout to put something up on the chalkboard. Miter, the Comets would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production back in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2.
Mitre balls. I used to play with mitre balls at college from 1982 to 86.
Is that
yeah,
right?
we played at Cardiff College, and mitre balls we used to use. They were great. I loved them.
Wow, that's amazing. So, hey, bring us up to date what you're doing right now. What are you doing around in the Kansas City area?
I'm a teacher at Blue Springs High School, and we've got our girls' spring season coming up in a couple of weeks. I coach a couple club teams over in Overland Park. We're in the middle of futsal. In fact, next weekend we go to Phoenix for the President's Day tournament. And other than that, watching my kid play, running here, there, and everywhere. Soccer.
Loving life. That's awesome. Doug McClagan, Nick Vassos with you here live at Silverstein. Restart coming up to St. Louis. Here's Pablo behind the ball for the ambush. He's got Lucas Almeida and Gerger Gibson in the left wing corner. And off to his right, can't quite tell. That might be Cody Kostakis down there in the right wing corner. But I'm not for sure. Here's Pablo. Pablo to Everton, who shoots, and the save was made there by the Comets' new keeper, Zaxby. Now the Comets with some pressure there on Pablo. Up to Pablo, and Pablo to Lucas Almeida. Almeida's pass broken up, and a foul is called on Lucas Almeida on Kyle Williams. So the Comets will get it back here with 14:05 left to play in the first half.
That was a good save by Saxby. Good little switch there by St. Louis, and a good strike and a very good save. I'm sure his confidence just jumped up way high now after making a good save like that.
Pretty good take there by St. Louis, and good defense there, so good on both sides there.
Yeah, and that was a good timeout call for St. Louis, because if they were to score on that set piece, they're now up 4-0.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Gibson with one close there, and Paulo makes the save. Kicked away back to Pino. Nice job by Guerrero there to settle it on the carpet. And it gets it. Now the whistle is blown, and now we've got a shaken up play on the other end. It's Schmerman once again, who was shaken up earlier in the first quarter.
Well, I think the ball hit him on his nose. I'm not really sure why we're stopping play. I mean, it bumped him on the nose, so I don't know.
In a situation like that, that's referee's discretion right there. How does that work?
Well, I looked at the referee, and he made the signal to say it's a head injury.
Okay.
And if it's a head injury, I get it, but I think the ball just ricocheted off the wall, hit him on the nose, and he just thought, "Oh, I could take a rest here, can't I? Maybe I can get a sub in." Well, maybe his nose bleeding. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, he's the Schmerminator. He should be all right, you know.
He should be able to take hits like that.
13.5 to play in the half. Here's Gibson. Away from the goal to Perez. Now back to Leo. Leo. Oh, battling hard there with Rafael Nascimento. And a foul called on Rafael. He did not agree.
Well, they never do they,
no,
defenders?
Sinclair with some new shoes. And they've got some cannon in those shoes right there. And that one blasted right off the defender. Comets will hold on to it. O'Dane plays it up to Leo. Leo settles it. Oh, he couldn't get past Burko. That could have been close to a penalty there.
It could be, because if Leo stays on his feet there, he's walking into the goal.
Right.
I mean, And knowing Leo, that's a chance for him to score, and he probably is going to put it away. So, I don't know.
Wall pass through the area, comes out to Pepe. Pepe plays it to the Comet side of the field. Sinclair with a nice defensive move, rolls it up to Gibson. Now Gibson angles it into the corner, but a little bit too strong and out of bounds. That'll turn the ball back over to St. Louis with just under 13 minutes to play in the first half. Here's keeper Mark Zaxby. If you're just
what
joining,
a ball.
good ball, James. Here's James. He's double teamed in the corner. Now Adamson and Kostakis, as well as the Comets, all give chase. Adamson heels it back to Kostakis. Now Everton to hit. Everton shoots just wide. Boy, he rolled it and then hit it with his left. Nice move there by Everton. Rebound in the corner. Comets trying to dig it out. Now Acosta. Acosta goes down, no call. Kostakis. Front and center, Duarte. Now Everton. Everton. Touch let him down. The Comets almost won it there. Perez. Pablo controls for St. Louis and rolls it forward around the boards. And able to pounce on it for the Comets. Throws a leading distribution pass out to Nacho. A little bit too strong. St. Louis comes up with it, and then Nacho cuts down Kostakis of the ambush. That'll be Nacho's first of the half. Over to Pablo. Pressure there by Adam James. And then on over to Paulo. Paulo plays it long into the corner. Nacho's there. Kicks it away. Held in by Almeida. Now Gibson. Shot blocked by Trombini. Hundell. Pablo. Pablo wearing the captain's band from Florianopolis, Brazil. Leaves it for Paulo. Paulo Nascimento. He's from Natal, Brazil. Over to Schmerman. Schmerman, a long drive. Loose in the area. Kicked away by the Comets. Kyle Williams with a touch. Almeida is also there. Both players battling on the near dasher boards, and Almeida able to get it over to Pablo. Ambush leading 3-0 over the Comets. Jerger Gibson, he's got a goal tonight. He plays it away from the goal to Dylan Hundell. Now over to Lucas Almeida. Into Pablo. Pablo had some space there, right out on top of the arc. Comets are giving him some room to operate. Comets are sitting back defensively. Now into the corner to Thomas. Thomas also has a goal tonight. Front and center to Hundell. St. Louis patient.
They've kept the ball for about almost 2 minutes now.
Here's Pepe. Burko. Acosta.
Yeah, Comets got to watch here because they've had the ball for almost 2.5 minutes and they're subbing, and the Comets are not getting allowed to sub. So you got to watch for that little fatigue factor with this line if they keep the ball even longer, because it's the same 5 that started like 2.5, 3 minutes ago. And St. Louis is running in fresh players.
See how that affects here over the next minute or two. Paulo. Now Pepe. Oh, bad pass there by Pepe. And back there challenging is Gibson and Trombini. And Trombini's got it. Trombini shoots. And it's blocked out of bounds by Pepe. The Comets will have it, and no doubt they'll get some changes here.
Yeah, great work there by Leo Gibson. Great pressure from behind and double teamed. I think it was Trombini who double teamed him and created an opportunity.
Now Gibson with a drive, and that one just wide. Rebound comes down to Kyle Williams. Kyle crosses it over through the middle, picked up there by Burko. Burko and the ambush press up slowly, cross the half line, and Rafael Nascimento just chipped it right into Zaxby, who played it up to Pino. Now over to Leo. Comets just can't quite string together 2-3 solid passes here.
Yeah. A lot of the passes are contested or the ball's bouncing in the air. They just can't seem to get a hold of it to get the 5, 6, 7, 8 passes together. Do we have a 2-minute coming up here?
We certainly do, and it's going to go against James Togba for an elbow into the face of the ambush player, and I did not see who that is. I don't know if that's either Cody Kostakis, maybe?
Of course, the numbers are on the back, and he's lying on his back, and you can't see.
Yeah, here it is. It's Corey Adamson, I'm sorry.
I just pushed him. I mean, wow. It's a little soft. I think he's making a bit of a meal of that. And I guess he got what he wanted, which is a 2-minute penalty. But
so James Togba sent off.
St. Louis ambush foul number 4.
well, I think he's going to be okay, but he's taken a long time.
So for the Comets, in terms of penalty killing, they're 52% on the year. There's Adamson going off the field. He's going to be fine. So penalty killing, the Comets are 52%. The good news is that St. Louis on power plays, they're better than the Comets, but they're not all that great. 32%. They've converted 8 of 25 opportunities. So we'll see what happens here.
That's not too fantastic, is it? So, but now we have the ball too, so they didn't call a foul, so that it's off the ball challenge because we've got the free kick. So I thought that was a rather soft call.
There's James Togba, and in spite of that penalty that he just caused there for his team, Togba has been one of the bright spots this year in terms of the Comets finding new players going forward in the years ahead. Togba has proven himself to be a really nice player for the Comets. Now a shorthanded opportunity. Kelly, can he get another one? He's got one shorthanded goal this year, making a bid for his second. The Comets are a man down here, and it's given them a little bit of life here.
Well, this is the best we've kept the ball all night, and it's 4 on 5. I mean, look at us knocking it around.
Here's Gibson with a drive, and that one blocked out of bounds.
It's like watching Barcelona there. Oh, there's something else going on here. Somebody's getting mad at Leo. He's getting really mad.
Richard Schmerman.
Oh, Schmerman
losing
again.
his cool.
We've got a minute 22.
And these referees better get control of this game or things are going to get out of hand.
I'm not sure what happened. I mean, I didn't see anything happen, but he wasn't very happy with Leo.
We saw Everton come over and send Schmerman off the field. So Richard Schmerman's no longer on the field. And there you see the Comets captain, Leo Gibson. You will not find a more fierce competitor out there than Leo Gibson.
No, you will not.
Here's kind of a look at the replay of what happened here. Well, there's a little push there between Leo and Schmerman.
Maybe a few words were said, possibly.
Oh, I guarantee you that, Doug.
I just couldn't read his lips from here, so I'm not really sure exactly what he said.
Comets still a man down and another foul called against St. Louis. 1:10 left on the ambush advantage, and the ambush leading 3-0.
Well, they've got the penalty, and they've not had the ball yet, and there's what? 1 minute 10 left, so 50 seconds Comets have had the ball. Tremendous. And they're not done yet.
Maybe this power play has given the Comets a little focus here. Leo still battling, looking for the foul. No call. Teams will go for changes here. Comets will get 4 fresh legs out on the field. It's Kelly, Sinclair, Pino, and Nacho. Here's Pablo with it. Right side Almeida. Pablo, front and center. Then Everton shoots just above the crossbar. Rebound comes off to Almeida. Pablo. Over to Everton. Pablo has 4 power play goals this year, so look out for him. Here's Everton. Now Almeida. Front and center Pablo. Pablo shoots, and the save is made by Zaxby. And the Comets have just 15 seconds left here to kill off the penalty. Pino weaves his way through a couple of ambush defenders, trying to lay it off to Kelly. And then broken up by St. Louis. 1 second left. Here's Gibson. Gibson with the ball out front, leaves it for Pino. Now back to Leo. And then had the ball knocked away at his feet. Now it's both teams at even strength here. And a foul called on St. Louis. Kansas City is going to get a chance here again.
Well, there's one way to kill a penalty, and that is to keep the ball. And that's what the Comets just did for probably 80% of that 2-minute penalty. Fantastic.
Oh, the ball stripped away. Won by Almeida. Almeida moves to his right, and he had it knocked away by Pino of the Comets. Almeida gets it back. Off the glass, through the area. It comes off to Sinclair. The Comets try to work it up. He lost it. St. Louis gets it back. And here's Schmerman. Schmerman, far post, shot and a goal! Schmerman over to Corey Adamson, and it's now 4-0.
Yeah, poor turnover in the midfield. Another, just a little mistake by the Comets, and they made us pay for it. As a good ball in by the Schmerman. He put it in the right area. Yeah, right area just for him to hit it. Good ball. But all occurred with the turnover in the midfield, and unfortunately Sinclair turned it over and couldn't get back quick enough to help.
And nothing that Zaxby could do there.
Nope.
And 4-0 lead. Now, in the indoor game, a 4-0 lead is, you don't want to be down 4 goals.
No,
but
you do not.
It's doable in the indoor game, but the Comets have got to get something before they go into halftime.
Yeah, they cannot go in with 0 on the board. No hope that happens. But like you said, that first game they were down 6-0, right? But, you know, I don't know how many times you can do that. Oh, there's more stuff going on.
I tell you, Doug, you know, for two teams whose playoff hopes, well, St. Louis has been eliminated and Kansas City is, you know, barely on life support. Here's Nacho with a shot. Paulo makes the save. Another rebound shot. Goes in! It goes in! Nacho, and I think maybe Adam James.
I think Adam James got it in the end, yeah, I think so.
Adam James may have just picked up his 3rd on the year. It looks like they're giving the credit to Nacho, but hey, slice it right down the middle. You can share a goal. The Comets are on the board. It's 4-1.
Great job by Nacho because he took 2 shots at it. That was the first one. Actually, he took one earlier than that. It came back, he took another one and just came off James's shoulder, but he'll take it.
Oh, here's a good view of it, Doug.
Oh, maybe. Do you think James did touch it? Oh, he did get it. All right. He got it.
So for James, that is his 3rd on the year. And for Nacho, he picks up his 14th assist.
Oh, here we go again, Nick. James.
And here is Rodriguez.
Yeah!
There it is! Rodriguez to James! And Adam James is on fire!
Right, I mean, you were taking notes, and from the kickoff, James stole the ball immediately, and he had a quick 2v2 breakaway. What a great transition.
Here it is.
Hit it right here, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
And that's a great ball because Rodriguez is not shooting there. He's putting it into that back post area, and give credit to James for being there too. Reminds me of the old day. Do you remember the player Kia?
Oh, absolutely.
That's a Kia goal. He'd be leaning on the goal post. They'd hit it far post and he'd tap it in. He'd score millions of them. He was good at it.
A cup of coffee right there.
That's right. That's a Kia goal for James.
Oh. Gosh, and we were talking about Adam James in the first half too.
Yeah.
And just about, I mean, that's an example of his hustle and just his tunnel vision
Yeah.
out there on the field.
Nothing flashy. He's just in the right place at the right time.
4-2, the Comets have sliced the Ambush lead in half. And Adam James, how about this kid from Kearney, Missouri?
He's a tiger. He's a fighter. You got to love him. In this game, you need scrappers, and that's what he's in. And like I said, he's in the right place at the right time. And how many times do you hear that about top goal scorers? Just being in the right place at the right time.
Lucas a little bit too strong, out of bounds.
But give credit to Lucas on that goal because, like I said, he put it into that area for a tap-in. It wasn't a shot on goal. He knew that James was going to be there, and it was a fantastic ball and an easy finish for Adam.
Yeah, Lucas waited just until the last possible minute. Boy, he waited and that was a tough angle to get it over there to Adam, too.
Yeah, absolutely it was, yeah. But you could tell he knew exactly what he was doing.
Paulo out towards the center circle. Hundelt heads the ball back to Paulo. Had a few of those cool pink jerseys flashing in there. Again, the Comets wearing pink jerseys tonight. And oh boy, that was almost close there. Lucas Almeida gets tripped up by Gibson.
Yeah.
Just a foul.
It's a foul. Pablo's holding up the card, but no, it's a foul. That's all it is, just a foul. So now if we can get in, if the Comets can get, even if it stays at 4-2, coming in second half, that's a good place to be. If they get it to 3-4, and we got a game on second half, that's for sure. And it didn't look that bright a minute ago, did it?
No, not at all. No, it didn't. You know, some coaches will say they don't believe in momentum. But when you're a fan or you're in the game and you're watching the game, but how can there be a coach? Whoa, and boy, I tell you, Nacho. Boy, Schmerman is just getting in everybody's grill. He is aggravated.
He just got out the wrong side of the bed this morning. I think, good God, he's a miserable bugger tonight. Oh, there we go again.
Oh, they just knocked down Nacho.
That's got to be a card, no? Yep.
There it is, yeah. Schmerman just took down Nacho. Everybody in the Comets' first three rows stood up and put their hand in the air for a card.
And here's the thing, I bet he baited him into that. Because I bet you, if we see it again, he probably didn't do much. But he had done all those things on a row. He's been trouble with the referees all night. And then all of a sudden, somebody falls over. Oh, 2-minute penalty. Not very smart on his part. Now this is huge here. Get a goal here, be massive.
So here we go, Doug. This is a chance for the Comets to get within one here before halftime. Here's Perez, front and center down near side. Gibson. Right side, Rodriguez. Down to the corner to Nacho. His drive blocked by the Ambush. On back to Perez. Now Gibson. Gibson. And the Comets working it around the perimeter. Gibson, a long drive. Save made by Paulo. Comets have had a tough time on power plays this year. They are 7 for 28.
Ooh.
That's equates to 25%. Penalty killing on the year, St. Louis, not too bad. They're 67%. They've only allowed 12 goals on 37 times they've been a man down.
And if I remember right, you said so St. Louis with the power play we're at 32% and Kansas City's at 25%, so they're actually better on the power play than us too.
Indeed, yep.
Well, so we know how this should come out.
Hundelt to Burko. Burko still there, shoots, and a short-handed goal. Oh, that one really hurts the Comets side, and it's now 5-2. Oh, that one stings.
Yeah, it's kind of a scrappy goal. Here we go, we'll see it again here.
And Zaxby had to come way off his line. Burko able to get it over there to Hundelt.
This is by number 26, Burko, at 11 minutes and 49 seconds of the second quarter.
For Dylan Hundelt, that is his third on the year. And for Daniel Burko, that is his third assist.
Yeah, Burko did well to hold it up and get it around the keeper. I'm not sure it came off Hundelt last, though. I think it might have come off the back of the defender.
Well, back to work go the Comets on the power play. 36 seconds left on the advantage. They just gave up a shorty. And they trail by 3 once again. Perez down to Gibson. Now front and center Rodriguez. Be patient here, Comets. 44 seconds left on the advantage. Now Nacho to Kyle Williams. Kyle front and center. Rodriguez shoots, and Lucas sends it over the glass.
Yeah, hard one to strike because it was coming across his body. It would have been better if he was a right footer there, but of course he's left footed. He wanted to use his left, and it didn't. It came across the body, which made the strike a little bit difficult for him.
2:39 left to play until half, and 36 seconds left on the Comets power play. St. Louis launches it to the Comets' last third. Kansas City breaks out. 24 seconds left on the man advantage. Let's see what Kansas City can do here in their final seconds on the power play. Wall pass in the middle. Kyle Williams, and a goal! Kyle Williams, what a play! It's a power play goal, and the Comets have trimmed St. Louis's lead to 2 once again.
A great ball in there, and I'm trying to think who that was. Was it 23?
Nacho.
It was Nacho's ball, and played a great ball off the boards, and well read by Kyle Williams, but that's a great ball in.
Walla scorer!
Yep. All right, so we're back again where we were, 2-goal deficit. And way to stick with it, Kyle Williams. But a great ball in there, great ball.
Wow, Kyle Williams, earlier this year, 5 goals against St. Louis down at Family Arena. And he gets one here at home. And for Kyle Williams, that is his 11th on the year. And for Nacho, he picks up his 2nd assist on the game and his 15th on the season. St. Louis 5, Kansas City 3. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to play in the first half.
It's really important the Comets do not give up anything here.
Even though they still trail by 2, that goal right there can really help the Comets here as Zaxby heads the ball out of bounds. He felt like he needed to because he was way off his line.
Yeah, top of the box too, so this could be dangerous. You're going to have to defend well on this.
Both teams at even strength. 3 men in the wall for the Comets. St. Louis discussing their options there at the top of the arc. Pablo behind the ball. Over to Schmerman, and that one partially blocked by the Comets. A rebound shot off target. Everton comes up with the rebound to Almeida. Now Schmerman. Schmerman's pass picked off by Kelly. Kelly forward to Adam James. Back to Kelly. Kelly still going forward. Shoots it in there. And Paulo snares it out of the air. .119 left to play in the first half. Comets now with some high pressure in St. Louis's last third. Here's Almeida. A pair of pink jerseys bearing down on him. Gets it up to Kostakis. Kostakis forward to Everton. Everton in the corner. Front and center to Almeida, but it's picked off there by Pat Kelly of the Comets. Kelly with a great ball out to Pino. Here's Pino chugging down the right side. Pino shoots. Paulo makes the save. Schmerman runs into Togba. Now Kyle Williams. Williams on the right side shoots, and Paulo makes the save. 39 seconds left. Well, you can read the expression on Paulo's face there. He says, let me just hold on to this thing. It is chaos in front of me right now. His pass picked off. Williams calling for the ball. He's got it. Here's Williams to Togba. Now Nacho. Whoa, Margaret, that was close. 15 seconds left. And a foul is called, and a quick restart by the Comets. 11 seconds left. Now Gibson over the top, looking maybe for somebody to flash in there. 4 seconds left. Paulo will hold on. He'll throw it high. And the horn sounds, ending the first half. Pretty entertaining first half between Kansas City and St. Louis. Again, a lot of emotion out there on the field, Doug.
There is. I mean, this doesn't look like a St. Louis team that's already out of the playoffs. They look like they're playing for something, and you got to give them credit for that. And they're making a real good game of it here. But Comets have obviously stepped up. They're starting to gain more possession. They're starting to get in it. So I think we're set up for a really interesting second half.
Let's check in with Jeff Houston. He's with head coach Kim Runfed.
Halftime coaches interview. Jeff?
Thanks, Nate. Here with Kim. Coach, tell us about some positives from the first half.
Positive is that we're back in the game again after being down 4-0. Mark, I think, is doing a tremendous job, our new goalkeeper, and we need to hang in and make sure we're tight defensively and don't give up too many loose goals.
And you talked about Mark, who called him in an emergency situation today, Mark Saxby. Thoughts on the keeper's first game?
Well, it's his first game, but he has been with us for 4 weeks, and we trust him. He's done a great job in practice and a little bit more experience for every day that goes on. So he's looking good in there.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Nate.
All right, there's head coach Kim Runfed, now Jeff Houston there. So a little bit of insight there. He's been with the club for 4 weeks practicing, so that obviously has kind of paved the way for a decent start for Zaxby, the new Comets keeper.
Yeah, we assumed because he got signed today that he just all of a sudden popped up. No, he's been playing for 4 weeks. And that would explain, because he's done very well. His position's been good. He's good with his feet. And the goals that have been scored, none of them are his fault. Yep. So, yeah, he's done a good job.
So we've got a really good 30 minutes ahead of us here, so don't go anywhere, folks. Our halftime show is underway here with Steve Serrano and the rest of the crew down there on the field. So hope you're enjoying tonight's game. The Ambush with a 5-3 lead over the Kansas City Comets at halftime. This is MASL TV.
Harvester balls to land and stay inside of his basket, then yes, you're going to win. Calvin, are you all powered up? Calvin's powered up. Comets fans, here we go. It's Harvesters fleeing for food. Good luck. That with your paws. All right, Nate, here's our winner for tonight. Make sure you redeem this again in the concourse. Number 299, if that's yours. Congratulations, Harvesters fleeing for food. I'm glad that somebody made it in the basket. A couple valid attempts at trying to hit me, but they weren't any luck. Nate, back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Congratulations to our winner. Don't forget, you can place a bid on these pink jerseys out in the concourse. Bidding ends at the end of the third quarter.
Aches and pains? Did you get a little too ambitious enjoying your favorite activities? Don't live in pain. Contact Select Physical Therapy for relief today. From our individualized treatment plans and convenient hours to a highly trained and compassionate clinical team, Select Physical Therapy is your only choice for physical therapy, hand therapy, sports medicine, and work health services. Your healing can start today. Schedule an appointment at one of our convenient locations at selectphysicaltherapy.com or call 800-770-6682.
So a big hand for the Lone Jack Athletic Association cheerleading squad. All right, one more big hand for the Lone Jack Athletic Association cheerleading squad. All right, we'll turn it back to Mix Side 3, Steve Serrano, who's got a bunch of disc dogs.
All right, I think this has got to be everybody's favorite halftime entertainment. The Kansas City Disc Dogs. Make some noise for these guys. Come on, let's see some action.
For treats, they have performed at events across the country. Get ready for some fur-flying fun. They run fast and jump high. It's the Kansas City Disc Dogs.
Let these dogs hear you, Comets fans. We've got Towser out in the middle of the field right now. Make some noise for him.
Excelsior Springs Job Corps Center, the Pro Deo Youth Center. Welcome to Girl Scout Troop 3613, who are out selling their delicious cookies in the Arena Concourse. Welcome to the Orange Cheetahs and the Emerald Soccer Club, Chaos and Raptor Sharks. And welcome to Escuela Vida Nueva Charter School. Welcome to all of our groups tonight. Comets would like to wish a happy birthday to the following people. Even though he's a little under the weather this evening, happy birthday to Comets goalkeeper Jeff Ritchie. Happy birthday to the man up in the booth, Brock Martin. Happy birthday to Mike McCoyle. Happy birthday to Jonathan Moore. Happy 9th birthday to Evan Husted, and happy birthday to Comets midfielder Lucas Rodriguez. Happy birthday, Calvin, as well. Calvin says it's his birthday. He's a dog, so this is his 900th birthday. Tonight's media meal was provided by Chick-fil-A. Turn your attention to Comets Vision for some first half highlights.
All right, second half action is just about set to kick off there. Leo Gibson walking out with his mates. Brad Zimmerman, our director, alongside Doug McClagan. I'm Nick Vassos. Live on MASL TV, Jeff Husted is at our broadcast position as well, helping out. Coach Kim Runfed with a last-minute message there to the Comets assistant coach, Leo Gibson here. All right, Doug, Comets got it to within 2 in the first half here. What do you think as we move forward here for the final 30 minutes?
Well, I think they've got to slowly eke their way back into this game. They don't need to score too quickly. I mean, nice if they can, but they just need to make sure they don't give up anymore, because the 4 goals they've given up have all been silly little mistakes. They need to cut down on mistakes, as Kim said at halftime, and then slowly, get that goal back and then get another goal back. But, they've got plenty of time to do it, but defense, I think, is the key. And then, like you said earlier, the possession so they can play.
Wow, they really did a much better job in the second quarter with possession. And specifically, when they were a man down, that seemed to really kind of change the tide a little bit for the Comets.
It did. That was their best possession when it was 4-on-5. They kept the ball for about 70 seconds. Now they just need to do it 5-on-5, and then they'll have time to create opportunities, and then hopefully they'll finish it. But that's kind of what was lacking the first half. Just they didn't have the ball enough.
5-3 ambush over the Comets. And again, Comets 3-0 versus St. Louis this season. It's the final meeting between these two teams, and the Comets going for the regular season sweep over the ambush. St. Louis 2-15 on the year. The Comets are 5-11.
Hey, and the other thing, Nick, if this game is close in the last 3 to 4 minutes, what do you think St. Louis is going to be thinking? Thinking, oh my God, here we go again.
Right.
So just keep it close, and the opportunities will come.
Boy, and I also got to say, Doug, that a bicycle there by Everton, and not on target, and Zaxby comes up with it. What we also saw in the first half between these two teams was emotion. sort of bubbling over a few times. Schmerman being sent off for knocking Nacho down. So poise may be a factor.
Yes, absolutely it is. And you know, the great thing about the emotion is St. Louis doesn't have anything to play for, and yet they've come out to play tonight. So it's been great, and the Comets obviously do have something to play for. So it's been, a little feisty. They're going to have to be composed at certain times during the game. And hopefully that will be the boys in pink.
Adam James has a pair of first-half goals for the Comets, the Kearney, Missouri native. He's out there on the field right now with his teammates in their pink jerseys here for the Allie Kemp Educational Foundation here. They do this every single year. Those jerseys will be are being auctioned off as we speak right now. People are making bids as they roam through the hallways, and they'll actually, even after the game, they'll be auctioned off as well, and somebody's going to go home with one of those game-worn jerseys, and all the proceeds will go to the Allie Kemp Educational Foundation to help young girls and women learn self-defense classes at low or no cost. There's Thomas, on the doorstep, and Zaxby makes a good save there. That looked like certain disaster, and Zaxby was pretty quick there. Meanwhile, the Comets out with it here. Can they get something going? Kyle Williams forward to Leo Gibson. Gibson deflected away towards the half line. It's Pepe there near the referee's crease. Comets win it. Gibson is out with the ball. They'll play it back to the half line. The Comets will reset their offense with 12.5 to play in the third, trailing by 2. Brian Perez forward to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams stepped over it, leaves it for Perez. Now back to Kyle.
It's already better in the second half. I mean, they've kept the ball now for over a minute or so, and this is what they lacked first half. So hopefully if they can keep this trend going, then they're going to create opportunities.
Trombini goes off, and Togba comes on. The pass meant for Gibson. He fell down, and Burko comes out with it. Burko and Togba give chase, and a penalty is going to go against Togba. Again, his second penalty of the game, and Coach Kim Runfed can't believe it. His hands are on his head.
Well,
Togba can't believe it.
It was a foul, there's no question about that, but the referee took a long time to think about that. I don't think that's a 2-minute call, but again, it's just my opinion.
I think Kim said exactly what you said there, Doug. It's just a foul.
It's a foul. 2 minutes? No way. It's just a foul. I didn't like the way the referee, you could see him for 15 seconds or 15 yards thinking, what am I going to do here? What am I doing? And then he started reaching for his pocket. I'm like, oh, my Lord, here we go. Well, hey, if he does that, as long as he's consistent, then there'll be more coming. And hopefully there'll be, for the Comets next time.
There's Togba. Finds himself once again in the...
That's his second one, right?
It is. You might remember in the first half he got up high to Corey Adamson.
Yeah.
And, well,
that was a bit of a soft one, too.
Yeah,
there, too. So I feel sorry for the guy.
All right, here we go. St. Louis on the power play. And Everton shoots. And Everton skies it. And goalkeeper distribution is coming up to Mark Zaxby of the Kansas City Comets. There he is. Let's remind you that the Comets, the Ambush on power plays this year are 32% on power plays, and the Comets are 52% on killing off power plays. They have scored 3 shorthanded goals. 11:27 left to play in the third. There are 3 other games around the league tonight. Harrisburg is at Florida. Florida is right there in the middle of that second playoff spot in the MASL East. Ontario is at El Paso, and Ontario is battling with Tacoma in the Pacific Division for that second playoff spot. That's an important game tonight. And San Diego can clinch a playoff spot if they win at Tacoma tonight. That game at 9:35. San Diego is 12-3. Tacoma 8-9. Ontario's 9-9, and El Paso is 8-9. Here's Everton. Back to Almeida. 1:08 left on the advantage. Here's Everton. Right side, Almeida. Now Pablo. Everton hits it first time, deflected high, and kept out of the goal.
That was a great save. That ball was on its way into the back of the net, and he just reached up and punched it out of there. That's tremendous.
Zaxby with the rejection. Score remains 5-3. Almeida with 37 seconds left tees one up. Blocked by the Comets. Rebound fought for by O'Dane Sinclair and Gerger Gibson. Now shot out, and St. Louis looking for a handball. Gibson goes down, and a foul called on Sinclair from 30 yards away.
Well, I think Sinclair's elbow caught Everton, but there was no intention whatsoever. And I think, same as last week, Everton's head was about the same height as Sinclair's elbow. I know he got caught, but that's a crazy one there.
Comets are having to do their best here. They've had several calls go against them here in the last minute or two. Ball loose out front after a shot. Pat Kelly is there, and he clears it away. The power play clock ticking.
That's another great save by Zaxby, because that was on the way for a headed goal, and we could have been down by 3, but he just pushed it away and punched it away again. So he's made a couple huge saves.
Comets kill off the penalty. Togba back on the field. Almeida shoots. Ding dong off the crossbar. Everton with the rebound, blocked by the Comets. Sinclair is out with it. Gets it to Kelly. Kelly across the half line. Now leaves it for Williams. Kyle Williams walking it in. Kyle Williams still going forward. Now goes down on the crawl. He's back up again. And a foul called on St. Louis. Kyle Williams will not be denied.
He crawled for about 10 yards there. How he ends up with the ball is amazing. There's no way he should end up with that ball, but tremendous fighting there. Got to give him credit.
What a delightful young man, too, Kyle Williams is. 9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third. Comets trail by 2. Here's Guerrero Pino. Now forward to Gibson. Was looking for Perez, flashing in the middle. Gibson shoots, and Paulo makes the save. Here comes Gibson with some high pressure. Paulo out to Gerger Gibson. Now to Pablo da Silva. Pablo da Silva with playing experience in Milwaukee as well as Baltimore. He's played some time in Chicago, and of course, start of the year with Cedar Rapids until he was traded to St. Louis for Victor France.
Very experienced player, and he's been the ball player at the back tonight. Been very solid.
Gerger Gibson. Double team by the Comets. Wall pass. Hundelt flashes in there. Comets great defense there to clear it away. Oh, giveaway there by Zaxby. Hundelt's got it. Comets scrambling back defensively. Almeida waiting for more mates. Now he's got one. Far side Gibson shoots. He rolled over the top of that one. Togba trying to clear it away. Stepped over it a little bit. Now Togba shields away the defender. Wins the ball for the Comets. Pokes it out to Pino. Pino's got open space. Now to Gibson. Gibson turns. Forward to Kelly. Kelly with a couple of touches, and then Togba. Comets will set up the offense. Here's Togba. Right side Gibson. 7.5 to play in the third. Comets looking for one goal, and they get it into Kyle Williams. Williams popped it up into the air. Comets will hold on to it, center circle. Right side Nacho. Nacho trying to pass it into the middle, but deflected away. Hundelt and Nacho along with Almeida, and now Kyle Williams gets into the act. Williams wins it for the Comets. Front and center Sinclair. 7 minutes to play in the third. Ambush leading the Comets 5-3. And we have our first timeout. We'll step aside. 6:58 left to play in the third. Ambush 5 and the Comets 3 on MASL TV.
Row Foxtrot, congratulations and enjoy that delicious pizza from our friends at Domino's. Reminder, we've got less than 7 minutes in this quarter.
Comets and Ambush meeting for the fourth time alongside Doug McClagan. I'm Nick Vassos, Jeff Houston at our broadcast position, and Brad Zimmerman, our director tonight. And we were looking in the huddle there, Doug, and as you pointed out here, the players are kind of running the show there at that timeout, huh?
Yeah, it looked like Lucas Rodriguez was running it, but one of the coaches is Leo Gibson, so maybe Kim doesn't have to be out there and Jeff Davis don't have to be out there all the time, because the players, that's where they know how to play the game too. So it's good sometimes you just let the players run the show.
Take a little responsibility on themselves.
Absolutely,
to do, right?
Yeah. And with experience that Leo has, then all the players are going to listen to him with the respect, and he knows what he's talking about. So yeah.
Off of St. Louis, and that'll give the Comets a great restart here. Off goes Nacho and Sinclair. On comes Trombini and Rodriguez. So off defense, on offense, and a great chance here for the Comets.
Yeah. So it looks like Rodriguez is probably going to be on the ball. Yep. Now last time they went to Leo, I'm going to call, watch out for Perez here.
Here's Rodriguez. Oh. Shoot, whoa, he went over the wall and almost bent it in. From that short a distance there, what a shot by Rodriguez. Just outside the post. The rebound comes back off to the Comets. Let's update the scores from around the league tonight. Florida has defeated Harrisburg 5-2 as Leo Gibson aims a header to the far post. Also in the second, El Paso and Ontario are tied at 1. San Diego and Tacoma have yet to get underway. That one's set to start at 9:35. Quick restart for the Comets, and here they come. Center circle, it's Guerrero Pino. Over to Rodriguez. Comets are 5-11. They're trying to win their second game in a row. They won 7-6 last weekend in St. Louis. The Ambush have lost 4 in a row. They are 2-15. Rafael Nascimento, he's got a goal tonight for St. Louis. Healed back to Sinclair. Sinclair runs into Nascimento. But the Comets hang on. Pino, right side Perez. Now to Gibson. To Pino, back to Leo. Now Pino. Guerrero Pino from Parral, Mexico. Now front and center to Gibson. Leo moves to his right. He fires a shot blocked by St. Louis. Pablo is there. Pablo gets it back. Over to Burko. Now Everton. Back to Burko. Sinclair uses that big body to win the ball back, but his pass off the mark, and St. Louis gets it. No scoring here in the third. Let's see if Sinclair and the Comets can change that.
Oh.
And a foul called against KC now.
Kansas City foul number 14, Gibson, is first of the half.
Leo. There's Pepe. Robert Acosta. Leaves it for Paulo. Paulo forward for Gerger Gibson. Comets defense does a good job getting the ball away out towards the midfield area. Adam James is back on it, gets it out to Pino. Pino tees it up and hits it hard. That one off the window wide. Rebound front and center. Duarte is fouled by the Comets. And Kansas City's guilty there. It's Adam James is first of the half.
And again, opportunity created for the Comets again by Adam James working on defense, causing a turnover. And unfortunately, he couldn't get anything out of it. But again, just his hard work creates stuff. If he continues doing that, he's going to have a long, hopefully long, successful career in indoor soccer.
Well, Odain Sinclair didn't want to do it, but he kicked it out of bounds, and that's going to result in a restart here at the top of the arc. So the defense comes back on, 3 men in the wall for Kansas City. Everton behind the ball. Everton to Pablo. The shot is deflected wide. Gibson and Sinclair along with James give chase. Out to Almeida. Now they'll swing it right to Pablo into Everton. Everton triple teamed. Ball comes off to Adam James. James on his horse. He gets tripped up. And a penalty is coming up against St. Louis. You called it, Doug.
Yeah,
that's a penalty against the
No
Ambush.
question there whatsoever. I mean, the guy, he's waving his arms around. Well, I didn't mean it. Well, no, he probably didn't mean it, but that's a breakaway opportunity.
2-minute penalty.
I don't think it could be a shootout, although they might be debating it, but definite 2 minute. Definite.
So an opportunity for the Comets here to close within one. Great chance here. So Almeida goes off, and the Comets on the power play. As we told you in the first half, Kansas City just 25% on the year for power plays, 7 of 28. St. Louis penalty killing, 67%.
Wow, that's not a bad percentage. Comets really have got to get something out of this, I think.
Here's Perez. Rodriguez. Williams. Now Lucas, one touch. His shot blocked. Now Gibson. Lucas. That screamer just wide. Perez bangs it back in there. Now front and center to Leo. Back to Perez. BP. Nice to see the Comets get their team captain involved, Brian Perez. Now Nacho. Here's Gibson. Now Perez. Far post! There it is, Brian Perez.
No, he missed. Oh, he missed it.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I can't wait to see the replay there. Everybody, the whole building thought it was in.
It might be easier to score that one.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
What happened there?
It's one of those where you dive in, you slide. It must have hit him at the wrong angle and came straight across the line.
It's a mystery. Let's see. That's just crazy.
That would have been huge for them to get that, too.
Okay, well, back to work come the Comets on the power play. 25 seconds left on the advantage. Perez and Nacho thought they hooked up. Gibson with a heater, and that one just wide right. All right, 11 seconds left. Now Nacho. Oh, through the area. Nobody could put a boot on it. 4 seconds left. Through the box and cleared away. Penalty is over. Almeida comes off. Zaxby came off his line. Now, what a break by the Comets. Pepe hit his own player trying to chip Zaxby. Oh, my. Now 1:33 left in the quarter. Both teams a little bit out of sorts right now in terms of organization. Oh, now Everton gets through and he shoots and scores.
Goal, St. Louis.
Who had Everton?
Yeah,
it's 6-3.
How did he get in behind the defense and nobody noticed? I wonder if they were subbing at the time.
He must have just come on. Almeida sees him and just threads the needle perfectly. Everton from there, no problem.
I wonder if he was one of those sneaking out of the door and nobody saw him come on.
St. Louis ambush goal scored by number 79, Everton, assisted by number 10, Almeida.
Okay, so the slide at the far post that didn't go in, and then this goal here, that could be a massive turn in events that could cause some problems for the Comets now.
At some point, I know our crew is going to try to get a replay of that goal that was not by the Comets. Right now, we'll watch this restart here by St. Louis. Schmerman goes into the area. A drive off the post. That one from Kostakis. Comets trying to get it out of their side of the field. And with 48 seconds left, they will push up. Just one goal here in the third, scored by Everton moments ago. 6-3 St. Louis over Kansas City. 33 seconds left.
30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Pino gets by Duarte. Down to Kelly. Back to Pino. Pino fires. That one blocked by Duarte. 16 seconds left. Comets get it back here on offense. Perez with 10 seconds. Now Pino tees up the Bombasso far post. Oh, Kelly could not put it on frame. Oh, that kind of short hopped in, but a great opportunity there for the Comets in the last few seconds here. Cannot convert.
That's two great balls into the far post.
Here is that. Doug, take a look at this.
Is the one?
Here's
Yes,
the
it
goal
is.
right here. Let's take a look.
Oh, it hit the post. It hit both posts.
Oh.
All right, we're going to buzz our way.
Oh.
Did I see that right? Did it hit both posts?
Yes, it sure did. Wow. Thanks a lot, guys. Great job by our crew here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. So, wow, a difficult turn of events for the Comets. And St. Louis ends up going down and scoring just after that play right there by Everton, his 9th on the year. And that gives the ambush a 6-3 lead over the Comets. We'll take a break. The final 15 minutes coming up live here on MASL TV. Well, great to have you here, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend here with us on MASL TV. The I-70 series has been an entertaining one here tonight. And, you know, Doug, both these teams don't have sparkling records, but this has been a very entertaining game with a lot of ebbs and flows and ups and downs along the way.
Been a very interesting game. You just take the last 2 minutes. The Comets almost scored to make it 5-4, and then immediately after that, St. Louis goes down. Now it's 6-3. And then they had an opportunity again to maybe make it 6-4. But so it's been end to end. It's been very entertaining. I gotta be honest. I'm impressed with St. Louis's effort, considering they're done. They're out of the playoffs. They've got no hope.
Lots of passion on both sides for sure. That's the voice of Doug McClagan. I'm Nick Vassos. Brad Zimmerman, our director, and Jeff Houston is here at our broadcast table here above the field at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena. I'll get it right. 14 and a half left to play in the first half. And the Comets, they got a 3-goal deficit, so they got to start sawing some wood. Togba making a bid for his first goal. Missed it wide right. Gerger Gibson kicks it away. And Adamson gets it forward to Dylan Hundelt. Hundelt waited for the bounce, but Togba takes it away, and then he gets upended on the boards, and a penalty is coming up against St. Louis. And looks like James Thomas, JT, is going to be sent off. This is Thomas's 4th game as a member of the ambush. And I think he's going to learn very quickly here that you can't lift some player up by the boards and send them into the boards.
Yeah, if I got to be honest, which I'm going to be, I don't know if that's a 2-minute penalty, but I think the refs are kind of looking for it.
Yep.
4th period, it's going to get a little heated up here. And so, yeah, I can see why he called it, but I'm not sure if I would have. But, hey, it's 5-on-4 now. We need a goal.
Let's see what the Comets can do here. They have not been very good on the power play. They've given up a shorthanded goal tonight. Unsuccessful on their last time out. Here's Nacho to Perez. Comets desperately need a goal. They trail by 3. There's a boombasso by Rodriguez. Goes over the glass, or over the crossbar, I should say.
Got to get that ball in behind St. Louis. Everything is in front of St. Louis, and that's easy to defend. They've got to get it a little bit deeper like that.
Nacho into the corner. Kicked away by Acosta. Now Perez to Williams. Nacho shoots. Hundelt makes the block. Hundelt on the log roll. You think he learned that from his dad?
In fact, from my memory, I think he probably did, actually, because Kevin did it a lot.
Gibson from a tough angle, blocked by Acosta and the ambush. Under 1 minute left on the advantage. Comets have gotten 2 shots on goal here. Both have been blocked by the ambush. Now Nacho. Rodriguez. Perez looking for Leo, but it's off the mark. Pepe comes out with it, but Leo gets it right back. Over to Perez. Comets need to set something up here. Here's Nacho with some space. Nacho still loose. Nacho going. Now to Leo. Shoots. And blocked by the ambush. 27 seconds left. Maybe another chance here by KC. Now Nacho again. Oh, Nacho had Rodriguez on the far post. Could not get in there.
That actually was a good ball. It was a good save by the keeper. If it wouldn't have hit the keeper on the arm, that would have been a tap-in for Rodriguez.
Cleared away by St. Louis. 7 seconds left. Zaxby off his line. Up to Perez. 3 seconds left. Maybe one last chance here. Perez, right side. Penalty is over. And a handball is called against Hundelt. Comets are going to get a restart here, but both teams will be at even strength.
St. Louis foul number 25. Hundelt is first in the half.
Well, they created some opportunities. Good defended by St. Louis. Seem to get in the way of everything.
Rodriguez takes it.
That's a foul right there. Yeah.
And a foul called on Thomas once again.
St. Louis foul number 20. Thomas is second of the half.
And the Comets are going to get a restart here deep in ambush territory. Basically a corner kick from the right wing corner. Nacho, front and center. Perez shoots. Blocked out of bounds by the ambush. Off of Hundelt again.
Like I said, they've done a very good job of getting in the way. There's another example there. Hundelt just getting in the way. It hits him. It's a corner kick, but they've done very well at that.
I don't know how many blocks he had. He has 12 coming into tonight's game, but he must have had 4 or 5. Now another block by the ambush. The Comets can't pounce on the rebound. Leo able to save it. Now Nacho. Wall pass to Williams. Williams marked by Acosta. Ambush looking for some sort of call there. Now Kyle Williams shoots it, and that one deflects out of bounds off the ambush. Goes off of Acosta, and another restart coming up for KC. Ambush out shooting the Comets 23-22. Kind of gives you an illustration of just how active both teams have been.
Yeah.
11:38 left to play in the game. And the Comets trail by 3. They need to get something going here. They need to get within 2.
They've got to come up with some special play here to create a yard or two so they can get a shot off and hopefully not be blocked this time. See what Perez and Rodriguez have in store here.
Nacho. Oh, they had Kyle Williams. Williams couldn't put it on target. And Paulo comes up with it and calls timeout.
Timeout, St. Louis.
Well, it was a pretty good play. Unfortunately, Kyle couldn't get his foot around it to finish.
Tonight's game brought to you by North Kansas City Hospital. North Kansas City Hospital is the exclusive medical provider of the Comets. From minor injuries to serious trauma or illness, their team of medical specialists is equipped to handle all of your healthcare needs. Stay at the top of your game with North Kansas City Hospital. And by Domino's. Get a large 3-topping carry-out pizza from Domino's every day of the week for just $7.99. You can now earn Domino's reward points online, in person, and over the phone. Domino's, the official pizza partner and title sponsor of the Kansas City Comets.
And Comets season ticket holders may enter early through Section 102 by presenting their season tickets. Jersey auction winners can also...
Comets' next home game is going to be next weekend. It'll be against the Harrisburg Heat in an unusual 1 o'clock day game. Last time the Heat were here, the Comets picked up the victory over Harrisburg. So it'll be another rematch here with the Heat of the Eastern Division. Saturday, February 17th, 1 o'clock. It's the Comets and the Heat here live at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena, kccomets.com for your ticket information. Hope to see you here. So Paulo and the Ambush will have it here with 11.5 to play in the game, and the Ambush leading by 3. So real comfortable position for St. Louis for sure. They can take their time. They can be patient. They know Kansas City has got to start chasing.
Yep, like we said a little earlier, they need to get one. They can always go that 6 attacker in the last 3-4 minutes. And like I said, St. Louis in the last 3 games have been ahead and lost, so you know that's probably in the back of the mind. So one goal will get them back into this. They've just got to plug away and get that one goal.
Sinclair trying to cut it back in on Kostakis. Adam James comes over and touches it over to Kelly.
Maybe it's time for James to get his first hat trick.
Why not? James has got a pair of goals tonight. Those in the first half. Trombini, the left footer, deflects off of the Ambush. Almeida knocked it out of bounds. The Comets will have it in the left wing corner with 10:45 left to play.
So visit a Pepper Jack's Grill near you soon and roll up your sleeves and dig into a freshly grilled Jack's Philly. That's seared perfection. Relax knowing you'll always get a good meal made right at Pepper Jack's Grill.
Trombini, again blocked by the Ambush. I don't know how many times I've said that tonight. But they have been packing it in. They've been there.
Yeah, got to give them credit.
Nacho over to Rodriguez. Now Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams cut down by Kostakis. No call. KC trying to win the ball back. Almeida over there on the far boards for St. Louis. He gets taken down and a foul called on Kyle Williams.
Yeah, tackled him from behind. I think that was a foul, unfortunately, but
with every second that ticks away, The clock becomes more and more the enemy of the Comets. Trailing by 3 goals, Paulo lifts it into the corner. Zaxby's got his mitts on it. Good distribution to Leo. One-touch pass to Gibson. Correction to Perez. And then in the middle of the field, it's a handball on Burko. The Comets will have it on the half line.
St. Louis ball number 26, Burko, his first of the half.
Here's Perez. Brian tripped up in the midfield area by Schmerman. And a foul called by Schmerman. He's been shaking his head all night long.
Number 11, Schmerman, his first of the half.
Leo darts inside. Duarte fires a shot looking for the far post. Just wide. Now Togba. Comets looking for their 6th win on the season. St. Louis looking for just their 3rd. Togba fanned on it. Leo gets it back somehow. Now Nacho shoots! And Nacho hits it home! We heart Nacho! It's 6-4.
Game on. Great strike there. He just pulled his foot back, slightly back, and hit a rocket. Nice play by Leo there, just lifting it over that leg that was coming towards him. And he just slightly pulled his leg back and voomp in the back of the net before the goalkeeper could blink.
How about Nacho? His 11th on the year to go along with a pair of assists tonight. Boy, look at that shot there.
Yeah.
You're right, Doug. What a strike.
Well, he struck it so quickly. The keeper had no idea it was coming, and so he was not ready for it. So, tremendous strike, tremendous goal. So we got, what, just under 9 minutes left. You get another one in regular play, and they're sitting pretty because your 6th attacker comes on, and then you got opportunity. So they're in this.
And
There's
then
no question.
St. Louis starts thinking.
Exactly. Uh-oh. Been here before. Done this before. And that's the way we want them to start thinking.
Yep. Here comes some pressure by the Kansas City Comets over to Paulo. Paulo's pass is kicked out of bounds. And the Comets will get it back as they turn it over quickly. Sinclair up ahead to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams on over to Trombini. Trombini could have done something maybe a little better with that one right there.
Yeah, his last touch got away from him, so when he struck the ball, he was stretching, and that was going to fly over the top. So what the Comets have got to be careful here that they're close, they can feel it, but they don't want to go crazy here because a crazy little mistake and they give a goal away to St. Louis and this game's back off again. So just be patient. You've got 8.5 minutes left. That's plenty of time.
Adam James. Kearney native, been buzzing around all night. Back to Sinclair. On behalf of the Comets, I'd like to thank each and every one of the 4,114 individuals who are here tonight. Sinclair with a bombasso, and he hit the back of the facade here at the arena. And I tell you, those folks that are sitting up there on the second deck, they better keep their eyes open. In fact, I think it hit right below Alan Mayer, who's up there watching. Right
I think he had it covered. Although he didn't have his helmet on, so I don't know. I'm not sure. They normally don't get past Alan. What a tremendous goalkeeper he was.
Oh, that's great. Goalkeeper coach for the Comets, Alan Mayer. Been working with Mark Zaxby, you would think, there during training all last 4 weeks.
Yep.
Pino on the fly, caught by Paulo. He waves his mates up. Puts it on the carpet, kicks it long and almost out of bounds. And forward to Jer Gibson, who shoots and scores! Oh, what a killer goal for the Comets. It's 7-4.
Good finish by Gibson. Just a little bit stronger there. Strong on the ball. Held him off again, just like the first goal he scored. Held him off strong and then struck the ball very well.
Oh.
And that, like you said, that's a killer. Because now we're back to where we were again. 3-goal deficit now.
Gerger's 11th on the year, his 2nd on the game. And the Ambush have a 3-goal lead once again. And we've got an official's timeout. So let's step aside. 7:37 left to play in the game. St. Louis 7, Kansas City 4. There's Jamie Swanner and Everton and the rest of the Ambush breaking huddle, coming back out on the field with a 3-goal lead alongside Doug McClagan. I am Nick Vassos, Brad Zimmerman, our director, and Jeff Husted helping us out here at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena. Comets trying to win for the 4th straight time over St. Louis, but the Ambush, they've got a little something else in mind here, obviously. That last goal by Gerger Gibson, a killer. And there's the 6th attacker with 7.5 to go.
That's a long time. Unfortunately with that, well, that means there's going to be some open shots on goal for St. Louis, so they put them away, then it's could be in trouble. But you're at the point where you got to take a gamble now. They have to win this game.
So let's see here. The early indications are here that the Comets are moving it around in pretty good shape right there. Pino with a good strike, and that one knocked out of bounds off of St. Louis, and the Comets will have it in the left wing corner with 7:08 to play.
They've got a 6th attacker, but Rodriguez was playing in his own half. It was almost like 5-on-5 with Rodriguez. He needs to get up, and I mean, you got to take that risk. Ooh. And here's the risk, the long shot coming up.
Here it is.
Don't
Dylan
foul.
Hundelt breaking out with it. Hundelt still moving forward. Hundelt still going, and Rodriguez made the save, I believe.
That is not how you could have imagined it, I guess.
And then front and center Hundelt again, and that one is kicked wide to the left.
Saved by the 5th goalkeeper, right? Or is it the 6th? I lost count, sorry.
6th attacker out there, and the Comets press forward. Need 3 goals to tie. Pino thought about passing it into Nacho, who flashed into the middle. Back to Pino in the right wing corner. Wall pass. Acosta and Pino. Now Perez. Here's Pino to Gibson. Deflected over the crossbar. Gibson again cannot get it. Back to Rodriguez. Lucas right side for Guerrero. Pino shoots. Oh, he had Nacho on the far post. Couldn't direct it in. Now Pino again. What a goal! Gibson to Pino. And the Comets within 2. We've been here before.
That is one heck of a strike, because the pace on that pass was really quick, and then he struck that with the outside of his foot. 9 times out of 10, that's going to go 40 yards over the bar. That is an unbelievable finish. Because that ball is in the air, it's traveling fast, and he's hitting it with the outside of his pinky toe. That is a finish. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say if he gets that 10 times, 9 times it's up in the stands hitting the cheerleaders. What a strike. All right, so I'm going to say it again. Game on.
Game on again.
And they've left Rodriguez in too, so.
So yeah, Rodriguez will stay in as the 6th attacker. Pino, his 9th goal on the year. And for Leo Gibson, he picks up his 22nd assist on the year. And here come the Comets again.
Oh, here we go.
Here's Kelly deep in territory. Kelly, James! There it is! There it is! A hat trick for Adam James! But credit Pat Kelly for taking it deep in territory. What a goal! The Comets are within 1.
The rookie gets a hat trick. That's unbelievable, but well done, Pat Kelly. That is a tremendous run. Oh, he blew by Pablo. Got a little luck in there, but great finish by James. What a hat trick. Unbelievable.
Wow. All right, James is 5th on the season. And as we mentioned here, his first career hat trick. Pat Kelly comes up with the assist. And for Pat Kelly, his 5th assist on the year. 7-6.
And that's a huge assist by Kelly there. Huge.
So if you're Kim Runfed, are you leaving Lucas out there on the field? Or are you put Zaxby back out there?
I would put, my guess, put Zaxby back in there, and then maybe with 3 minutes left, if it hasn't changed, maybe 3.5, then bring him back in. Because you give them an opportunity now and they score, and that's the knife in the back. And 8-6, you know, that's a real tough call then. So I would put him back in goal, and then save it 3.5, last 4 minutes, and go for it. So we'll see if I'll make a coach. Let's see what Kim does.
Whew. Or maybe alternate. On defense, have Zaxby out there. When you're on offense, run him off.
They could do that. The old hockey change.
Yep.
He's back in. There you go.
So, yeah, here comes Zaxby back out there.
Okay, so I know I've said it once, and I'll say it twice, and I'll probably say it again. The Comets, they're excited about it, but they cannot give a goal up here because there's only so many times you can come back.
What a game. 5:45 left to play.
We gotta get up on our feet and make some noise for the boys in pink.
Here comes Rodriguez with some pressure.
Here's a chance.
Forces the turnover. Lucas gets it back. Now Adam James shoots. Adam James, still loose. He almost got the rebound. Paulo gets it back. James making a bid for number 4. Had everybody out of their seats.
Yeah, St. Louis got a lucky bounce there.
Now Pablo had it taken away. Pino, Comets back the other way. Oh, looking for Adam James again. Five minutes left. Rodriguez to Adam James. Now Pino.
What were we talking about earlier? Momentum?
Yeah. Momo.
Now tell me it's not big. The momentum is with the Comets right now.
Here's Sinclair. Now over to Gibson, back out on the field after a rest. Perez. Leo calling for Kyle to move out. Leo. Now front and center Sinclair. To Perez. Shoots, and Paulo makes the save. Perez gets the ball back. Kicked away, but the Comets get it back again. Wall pass in the middle. Paulo was down, but St. Louis able to clear it away to the half line. Now Kyle Williams. Gibson shoots, just wide left. Leo had the ball, but Everton gets it. Everton kicked it all the way back towards the other half of the field. Zaxby up to Pino. Back to Sinclair. Under 4 to play in the game. Comets trail by 1. Sinclair to Leo. Leo by himself. Tried to slide it to Nacho. Maybe Leo should have taken it himself.
Might be time to start thinking about Rodriguez now because there's 3.5 left.
3.5 and the Comets trail by 1.
Oh, that's a dive. Oh, dear.
Foul called on Kansas City. Nacho cannot believe it. Quick restart. Gibson is there, marked by Sinclair. Chopping away there at Gibson. Zaxby comes out over to help out. Now loose, and then from behind, Kyle Williams goes down a little awkwardly and is looking at his left knee. Hopefully Kyle okay. Good sign, he's back up easily.
Good opportunity to get the keeper off, and they had time to do it. He's probably going to pass it back and take a timeout, I bet you. Oh, maybe not.
No, right up to Leo with 3 minutes left.
Now get it done now. Go. There you go.
Zaxby's still on the field. And I'm looking for Rodriguez. I don't see the...
He's right at the door. He's got black on now. He changed colors.
Okay.
Here he comes.
Okay, so 6th attacker back out there. Rodriguez now has the dark jersey on. And then kicked over to Nacho, who heads it into the middle and then cleared away. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. Comets trail by 1. 6th attacker is on the field. Perez. Comets looking for the season sweep over St. Louis. Ambush looking for their 3rd victory of the season. Here's Williams. Williams to Nacho. To Perez. To Williams. Now a drive and blocked by Hundelt. Coming up on 2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the game. Gibson. Perez. Hit it on the volley, or tried to. It was blocked by the ambush. Comets hang on now under 2 minutes. Nacho. Perez. Correction, Nacho. Into Kyle Williams. Shoots. Save! Paulo. Maybe a game saver there. 144. Kyle Williams. Nacho! Oh, he missed it. Comets with 2 great chances there. Now Rodriguez blasts one. That one blocked by the ambush. 1 minute, 26 seconds left. Rodriguez to Williams. Now Perez blocked by the ambush again. Now Gibson. 1:13. Here's Williams. Shot. No good. Still loose. Paulo's got it. The ambush come out with it. 1 minute and 2 seconds left. And Rodriguez tries to chip the keeper. Almost out of bounds. Paulo's got it. And they'll call timeout.
St. Louis is attempted to call timeout. They do not have a timeout to call.
Oh, St. Louis doesn't have a timeout.
So what happens there then? The top of the box maybe, or evidence trying to explain something?
Immediately, the bench, Jeff Davis and Kim Runfed both immediately said, wait a minute. So,
wow, they must have kept track. Well, that's good coaching. Cause
yeah.
honestly, I'm not sure what happens, whether they lose possession, it goes to the top of the arc, or 2 minutes, or... I think Everton's trying to recreate a rule or something for the ref.
There's no question the ball's going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Comets will have the ball, and that's exactly as you suspected,
Top
Doug.
of the box.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Top of the box here. Great chance
great
here.
Opportunity. And they've got 6 on 5, really. So everybody here's got to be available for a shot.
So here we go, folks. Everybody is on their feet here at Silverstein. Rodriguez to Perez. He hit the crossbar. Oh, Margaret. 43 seconds left. Pino in the middle. Ball is loose. Still loose. And kicked away. 30 seconds left. Into the mixer again. Everton.
Got to make that tackle.
Leo, 20 seconds left. Rafael Nascimento holding it, 16. 14 seconds left. Comets trying to win the ball back, 11. Comets
Gotta
get
go.
it with 9
No.
seconds left. Hundell comes up, and with 5 seconds left, that will probably do it. 2-1. Game over. And the Ambush come in and win
That
over the
kinda
Kansas
summed
City
up
Comets.
the game right there. The loose ball in the box, they had 3 or 4 opportunities. What did St. Louis do? They just got in the way of it again.
Yep.
That's what they did all night, so give them credit. Oh, so close, and they created a couple opportunities to win or at least to tie the game.
What a hard-fought game between these two I-70 rivals. Look at Nacho. Doug, these are two teams that are... There's so much want to in both of these sides here. This is really an amazing effort by both these two teams.
Well, it's a great display by both teams, and I'm not going to give more credit to St. Louis, but St. Louis is out of it. There's no reason for them to show up and give the performance that they did tonight, but they played like they were playing for a playoff spot. They were fantastic, and then obviously the Comets gave full out. I mean, obviously they had a chance to get in the playoffs, but a great performance by every single player tonight. The effort was tremendous.
Wow. St. Louis improves to 3-15, and the Comets, they fall to 5-12. Here are some of the highlights here in the last. There's Adam James's goal that, boy, I tell you, that one right there was huge for the Comets. That made the scores 7-6. Got the Comets within 1, but
actually, I think this was the 7-6 one.
Yeah, there it is right there.
That's the 7-6. The one before was, he got to 6-4, I think.
Yeah. And the rookie there, Adam James, picked up his first hat trick of the season, but the Comets in the end were not able to get that equalizer across the line, and St. Louis holds on to win. So, great game between these two I-70 rivals. They'll be back at it again next year, battling it out once again. And a great game. And not to mention here, the Alley Camp Educational Foundation here, they're going to benefit here tonight from a great crowd. 4,114 were here to watch this game tonight. A lot of people bidding on those jerseys, and it's going to go to a great cause. The fans going to go home a little bit sad tonight, but feel good knowing that they've helped out a great foundation and got to see a really good game between two teams, two rivals. It's Kansas City and St. Louis after all, right?
Don't get any better than that, does it?
Yeah. Hey, I enjoyed spinning the game with you, Doug. It's great to see you, pal.
And you
Great
too.
call.
Lots of fun.
Love hearing your insight, Doug. That's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. For Jeff Houston, for our director, Brad Zimmerman, and for my broadcast partner, Doug McClagan, the Comets fall to the St. Louis Ambush by a score of 7-6. The same score, ironically, that the Comets beat St. Louis last weekend in St. Louis. My name's Nick Vassos. Thanks for watching tonight, and good night from Independence.